Hello, viewers, and welcome to Africa and Beyond the Television Network. It's a beautiful Monday. Over the weekend, we had by-elections in Epworth, and ZANU-PF won those self-run elections. So it's very, very important to understand what is really happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. Remember, ZANU-PF has been having elections on its own without a competitor since 2023. And, they've been happy. They've been celebrating. They've been doing everything to show the people that they are now in control of the areas formerly controlled by the opposition. So President Nelson Chamisa was forced out of the political arena. He had to retreat to save himself. Yes, he had to save himself and he had to retreat, re-strategize, reorganize, connect with important people, work with important people, and then come back. He's about to come back, but ZANU-PF is still enjoying that vacuum, which is right there. So Nick Mangwana came and gave the results. And one of the key issues on these results are that the total election, people who went out to vote, it was simply 25%. This is a world election. 25% of the registered voters went out to vote. So we could say normally we expect to see around 60% of people to 70% of people going out to vote. But 25% went out to vote, which means if President Nelson Chamisa was part and parcel of this election, let us put the projection on 60%. It means his candidate was going to win. Yes, that is the honest truth. And we have seen it happening times without numbers. ZANU-PF, the only way ZANU-PF wins in these areas, ZANU-PF, the only time they win in these areas, they win through double candidates, or if not about double candidates, they win like this, where they don't have a competitor. Douglas Monzora had a candidate, he got 120 votes. And there was also an independent candidate who got 23 votes. So what is very, very important to note is that ZANU-PF is not growing. ZANU-PF is actually going down. So ZANU-PF people, they've been arguing, telling us all sorts of things. ZANU-PF is growing. ZANU-PF is becoming the biggest political organization. ZANU-PF is now loved in the urban areas, blah, 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 blah. That was the talk. On the ground, that does not translate to what they have been saying. Let us go to the rally which happened in Epworth. In Epworth, we can talk of over 100,000 people who attended the Epworth rally. The ward does have around 13,000 registered voters. So we can say there were nearly over 90,000 people. Over 90,000 people who would have become visitors if the people of Epworth were there at that rally. We are talking of over around 90,000 people who would have become visitors to come and support the 13,000 registered people right there. What it means is we were supposed to have these people, voting, and we were supposed to have around more than 25%. We were supposed to have more than 25% of the people coming to vote, but only 25.8% came. What does it mean? What is the message being sent right there? ZANU-PF is humiliating itself. ZANU-PF is embarrassing itself. They bus people, then lose elections. This is a loss. To me, this is a loss. 13,000 people, only 3,000 vote. What about 10,000 people? They've simply told you that we don't trust in anything you're doing. Who lost the election? ZANU-PF. Yes. So logic will tell you that ZANU-PF is not growing. ZANU-PF is being resented left, right, and center. Ku-Epworth ndo kwavaifanira kunge vakawina, but because they are a party which is making false and empty promises, ndosaka vakawana 25% vakabuda kuzovhota. Out of that 25%, vamwe vashoma vakatoendawo kwaMonzora, vamwe vashoma vakaenda ku-independent, which means ZANU-PF is resented everywhere. So, with the people, the crowds who attended that rally, we expected to see, ZANU-PF winning. They were supposed to have around let us say around 7,000, 8,000. Taiva tati aiwa kwavotwa, aiwa basa rabatwa, aiwa yakura patia, aiwa vane vanhu. That is what we are going to say. But at this rate, how do we measure ZANU-PF as a successful political organization when they can't even surpass 30%, just a third? They can't. They can't even control a third in an area. And they'll tell you, ZANU-PF iru kura, ZANU-PF yane vanhu. That is all propaganda. So when you see Nelson Chamisa announcing his coming back to say, I am coming back, I'm very, very close. What you have to understand is that man is not bluffing. That man understands what he has set up in different places in different areas. He is going to surprise a lot of people. A lot of people are going to be caught by surprise. Yes, I'm telling you, this time around, it's not going to be an issue of stories, an issue of slogans or whatsoever. It will be an issue of defeating ZANU-PF. So imagine a situation where there is Nelson Chamisa. There are supporters, millions of them. There are power makers behind him. There are genuine politicians behind Nelson Chamisa again. Institutions behind Nelson Chamisa. We talk of people within the military, people within the CIO, people within the judiciary, people within the police, people within the civil service. Genuine people, real people, powerful people. We're talking about a Chamisa who is begged within the region. Imagine it's a weaker South Africa without that much talented ANC. How is ZANU-PF going to survive? So there is a moment for everything. There is a time for everything. Yes, in the past, we've been robbed successfully. But this time around, I am telling you, what I doubted, guys, I am telling you, what I doubted was Chamisa's failure. From now, going forward, I doubted that Nelson Chamisa was going to fail. Yes, I've been proven correct that Nelson Chamisa will not fail. I'm telling you guys. So where we are going, it's no longer an issue of propaganda. It's no longer an issue of stories. It's now an issue of coming with a political organization which is going to demonstrate its strength and power and resilience against ZANU-PF. Varukutamba, I'm telling you, ZANU-PF is going to be shown flames, but there is a time for everything. Timing is very, very important. Patience pays. Patience pays. Patience is very, very important. I've been imagining a woman who carry pregnancy for 9 months. She will, go through some pain, some processes, everything up to the day should be told Makorokoto. Sometimes you fail to have the child, you try again. And at the end of the day, you'll be saying Makorokoto, you'll be happy yourself, you'll be telling yourself, ndinotenda Mwari ndabata mwana. That day is coming for Zimbabwe. President Nelson Chamisa, never play with that guy. That man is going to come back, clap back, slap back, and teach a lot of people lessons. All these people who are whining right now, Chamisa this, Chamisa that, Chamisa, they want to be included. So for them to be included, they want to try by all means possible to blackmail Nelson Chamisa and whatsoever. But it's not going to work. So this is it, Team Zimbabwe. The current results Zabudites ku Epworth, dai kwakuri ku Glenville, dai kwakuri ku Budiriro, we could say ku Epworth. Guys, ZANU-PF haichadiwa 25%, but makaunganidza vanhu over 100,000 ku Epworth ikoko, mobva mawana 3,000 people vanovhota. How embarrassing is that? So let us say 25% went out to vote. How many voted out of over 100,000 people? How many voted? Saka munodiwa nani? This thing of busing people, muchanyara one day. So ZANU-PF seems to be celebrating, but I'm telling you, what is coming